So good afternoon everyone, and welcome back over to, as you know, we've been doing these weekly update videos with everything going on. And man, I gotta tell you what, this week had a lot of things happening. I mean, outside of having Blakely now for a decent amount of time, as you can see, he's crawling into my lap. He's trying to find something to chew on, because I just finished eating lunch, and he was trying to steal my food. But just a few days ago, we actually had to take him to the doctor's to get his next round of shots, and he ended up doing really good as he starts biting me. Everything came back good. He weighs about 6.8 pounds, but no other issues, so really good on that. You know, he's been doing really good. He's just really chewy. He likes to chew on things. Like right now, he's chewing on my finger. Ow, 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 ow. He just likes to chew on things right now. So yeah, so there's that. He's doing, like I said, doing really good. Me and him are having a lot of one-on-one time lately, so he's been hanging out with me a lot more. He loves going outside, so that's a big thing as well. So, but also, now that you guys got your weekly puppy update, as he is crawling around, I thought we talked about some other things that are going on. So, starting Monday, the May 4th, which is actually kind of cool thing, on May 4th, if you're a subscriber to the Disney Plus streaming service, they are actually putting on the last of the Skywalker series of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, which is the very last movie in the series, which me and Allie actually got to see in theaters together, so that will be on there on May 4th, considering May 4th is what they call Star Wars Day. Because normally Star Wars Day would include like some things going on at Disney's Hollywood Studios because they have stuff going on there. But since the parks are still closed, ow! Good Lord, Wow, that was he was chewing and then all of a sudden it got real hard. But normally studios does a whole lot, but because everything being closed, they can't do that. So Disney instead thought to go ahead and put Rise of Skywalker, the last of the Skywalker saga movies of the Star Wars series, onto Disney Plus at May 4th. So that's a really cool thing. We'll get to the other thing about May 4th, but give me 1 second. Let me take care of him. I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to do. Sorry about that. I had to get him one of his chew toys. He was getting a little too chewy, so I had to take him off the couch for now, but that's fine. But in midst of everything going on, starting May 4th is going to be a big deal. May 4th is going to be the very first phase of Florida starting to reopen the state. Now, phase 1 is very, very, very minor, but it just means that retail shops that were considered non-essential can now reopen, but with only a 25% capacity limit. Restaurants can also start opening up their dining areas as long as they keep social distancing, and again, 25% of the capacity. So that's kind of a big deal, because that means we're starting to look at like how to keep social distancing a thing, because as far as we know, the normal we knew before all this, that's completely gone now at this point. At this point, all that is completely gone. No more of what we had before. Things are going to change. How we do things is going to change. That's kind of a big deal, but also early in the week, I think around Tuesday or Wednesday, they announced the processes for Central Florida theme parks reopening. Now, this probably won't happen, I don't think, until probably mid-June at the earliest you see anything open. And so you'll still have some time before all this goes into place, but they did say that for the theme parks, phase 1 will include, you know, so they want everything to be essentially mobile. So if you want to order food, you got to do the mobile ordering, which at Disney is a very big hit already. They don't want you touching really anything. So like at Disney, for the touch points, they probably won't make you use your finger to scan. You'll just scan and you'll go in. At the entrance and exit of every attraction, they want a hand sanitizer dispensers. And then in every line, they want there to be at least 6 feet of separation in the line, put on the ground, tape, paint, whatever it's going to take to make sure that people stay 6 feet apart. And there needs to be regularly wipe downs of the handrails and people preaching social distancing. So it's a cool thing, but the big thing I kind of was surprised by is the phase 1. They also recommend that anyone over 65 don't come to the parks until we're past phase 1 and phase 2, and we're back to essentially normal operation. Phase 3 is going to be the official reopening of everything. So as I'm like sitting under here with Blakely, it's being a little noisy than normal. He just woke up from, well, he also woke up from a nap, and then I kind of spoiled him a little bit and gave a little bit of my food. Not too much, just enough so that he would leave me alone in a sense. But the biggest thing is, so phase 1 of the plan also includes cast members, team members, employees being temperature checked and also wearing face masks. So that means whenever we do go back to the theme parks, you'll probably see team members, cast members, employees all wearing masks, which is something that makes sense just because they're around their guest all day long, so that's kind of a big deal. And the temperature checking is interesting as well, because they said anyone with a temperature above 100.4 will not be allowed to come into work. So I wonder how that will all work, but again, I don't know much about that. And then the other big part of it is that phase 1, the capacity occupancy is going to be only 50% of what the theme park can handle. But that, I wonder if Disney or Universal are going to change that up a little bit, because if still 50%, as far as I know, that's 50,000 people can still go to Magic Kingdom. Like 40,000 can still go to Epcot, 20 to 30K can still go to Animal Kingdom and Studios. So I wonder how that will affect how they do it. But it's kind of it's a good sign of things, but as we all know, once this is all passed, everything will be different. We won't have the same normal, we won't have the same what we were doing before. Everything that we did before will not be the same, and it's going to take a while for the theme parks to get back into a routine. I think the phasing thing is a great idea, because you're really starting to focus on, what happens with the reopening of the states and what goes on, and how are the positive tests coming back. So give me 1 second. Sorry, now he wanted back up on the couch, so now he's back up on the couch for now. But I mean, it's just it's a sign that things will happen, but again, no official time frame when all this will start happening. So I'm okay with a lot of stuff starting to go back to not normal, but I'm kind of curious to see how we handle the new normal, if that makes sense. Like, there's like a new normal to everything, and I wonder how we'll all handle it. I'm excited though, because this really shows that we're starting to get into a good time frame, and all that stuff. So I mean, you guys get your little puppy update. I'm gonna do a really quick little pan over so you can see him. You can see him right there. He's a lot bigger than the last time y'all saw him. He's also tearing everything up. He's adorable though, I love him to death. Like I said, me and him have been having a lot of one-on-one time lately, so just saying that out there, just because we've had a lot of time to hang out together. So, and seeing some of the theme park stuff going in. A lot of y'all might be wondering what about I don't know, a lot of y'all are wondering about this, but I am starting to I want to get back into doing Twitch streaming, which is live video game streaming. I'm having to figure out how I'm gonna make that work, because some of the games on my computer are laggy, and that's where the best setup for my work is for streaming. But then I downloaded a few more games to my console to play it on the console. So, I mean, maybe start doing that up. I'll leave my Twitch account down. I'll leave the Twitch account down below. I'll start trying to do that. I want to start doing that Monday through Fridays if I can, just 2 to 4 hours at a time. But these videos will still keep coming up to you guys. We got one more Planet Coaster video for the Walker's Park. We will be debuting a new series, hopefully either Sunday or next week, that I will be working on. I'm still not sure how I'm going to film these. What I may do is I may film a couple videos, see how that works out. If it doesn't work how I want to, I may change it and go back to the old style, how we were doing it. But, I mean, there's still things going on. Still stuck at home for now. But also with Florida, the stay-at-home order that was put in place by our governor that started on April 1st is going to be lifted May 4th when they start phase 1 of the reopening of the economy in Florida. So it'll be interesting to see how this week goes. I am excited to see that, because we're finally moving in a step forward. I know this virus is still around, and we're not going to see like the theme parks reopening, but just starting to see a small glimmer of possible hope is a great idea. And seeing so many people recovering from this, hospital beds are starting to reopen again. We're not as in critical state as we were mid part of April. It's just a lot of good things are starting to come out of this. I'm not saying we're out of the woods yet, but there's just a lot of good things. People are really starting to come together. Man, for what we just went through and what we're still going through, just seeing any little glimmer of hope is amazing. So, but with all that being said, as I do head out for the afternoon, I'll see y'all next time.